G'day mate. Today I'm working on the Husqvarna 365 special and I'm going to turn it into a special store. Now, instead of the 48mm piston and cylinder, which is on it now, I'll show you that. Just try and work around all the dust and crap. This is the piston, that's pretty well stuffed. The cylinder's no good, it's got grooves in the cylinder. Been letting dust and stuff through the air filler. You feel it in your finger. Bumps and bumps, fingernail. But the cylinder's worse. On the side, this cylinder, exhaust side. A few lips and bits. But on the actual saw itself, it's bits of chunks you feel your fingernail bad. So I deem that to be no good. So what we're going to do today, I'm going to fit a 50mm piston and cylinder. So we've got two of them here. One's a Neatech one, good piston, but I'm not using that one. I'm using a medial piston. It's only a single ring, just better quality. It fits nicer in the cylinder. Using a Neatech cylinder, just a nicer fit. It's firmer, a lot more tighter. No side slap. I might be able to do this on camera, I don't know. It's designed for expansion. No. But it has got a little bit more side slap, just a test. But they do that because of the different types of metal, I imagine. It's to be a bit softer metal. Where these, I know these are hard bastards, so they're designed not to swell up as much, they're better tolerances. So we're going to put that in there, or I'm going to put that in there. So we'll keep this piston for another cylinder. Now, put that over there. Now what we're going to do, why is that we? What I'm going to do is, I'll put that one side there, because I want that stuff. Now the plan was to rebuild this thing, new bearings, new seals, and I thought it'd be in the kit. And I shouldn't know, because I've been there, done this before, but you forget what you've seen, where you've been. These kits come slightly pre-assembled. Of course it fell apart as I moved the bag. So the cases already have the bearings and the seals pre-fitted in here. So I've got bearings and seals on their way from China. And we'll see what happens when they get here. I'll use them, but I'm going to rebuild another saw using all these parts. So I end up with two saws. I think I've got enough parts in the shed. I've ordered a big bore kit, so this one will be a big bore kit, and of course I will pour it, I can't help myself, and I'll put it together and see how she goes. But yeah, it's going to be good for him. Big muffler, Neatech muffler, big outlet in the thing, that's beautiful. So I need another muffler because I only got one, so I'm going to use Whistler again. Now Whistler, I wasn't happy with last time the way it worked, so I've sat there with a screwdriver and ever so slightly opened that groove up just a bit. Let me see it better that way. I'll zoom in. So that groove now is quite a bit wider. It was about 20,000, I think it was. Now it's probably like 2mm. So that should let more air out. I want to build one of these whistlers horizontally one day. This one's vertically, but horizontal, and I want to put the upper pipe slightly rounder than the lower pipe, so when the air comes through, it'll hit the rounder pipe at the top, and be a longer route, so I'll pull its way out up around that pipe. So these pipes actually act like a chimney or a heat sink. Exhaust comes out through that the groove, but the groove's not connected to these pipes, but the heat that gets inside these pipes comes out here and cools it down, so it cools the saw. But the original hole's been blocked up, so the only way the exhaust can come out is through this front part here. So yeah, pretty cool. It does work, but not as much as Shutterbug. Shutterbug just works better. Anyway, that's the plan for that. So I've got a muffler for the I'll use a muffler on this one here. I'll keep the big muffler for the big bore kit, I think. We'll see how we go with that. Right, so that's those parts. Carefully. So I'm now going to fit the 50mm pistons this case. I've been wiping out all the dirt into the work saw, so I've been asked to do it quickly as I can. So make sure no dirt and crap's in here. Bit of dirt's falling down there again. But I like the inside of the case. Now if you look at the case, one day I've been to all clones, you see the difference. Clones don't have as much as this. So it's nice and smooth and arched, like a nice, like a little a valley. It's nice and smooth up like that. It adds flow towards where it should be. The boomerangs are more of a square. One of them, I have seen one that was a lot more smooth like this. But it's yeah. This is inside this thing. It always runs 50 to 1. I've told him to run 40 to 1. So I have to from now on because Chinese made parts. But it hasn't got much oil down the bottom. He always runs Husqvarna oil. But there's no discoloration. It still runs over smoothly and all that. So I'll use his crank oil pump, all these major parts. So I've got enough parts to make two, hopefully. Can't move it now with one hand. Why can't I move you one hand? There you go. That's a coil and magnets. She runs over smooth. That's a coil doing that and the magnet. But anyway, I'm going to pull this apart and start working on this. I want to find out what the timing numbers are, which I never got around to doing with the factory cylinder, because I can't get the muffler off. The muffler, the bolts in the muffler are stripped. So he's going to go home and cut that muffler off and see if he can save it. But the cylinder's no good, so he took that this morning. So I'll take this off, throw the piston's no good, and see, put the timing wheel in this thing and see what the numbers are, and work out what I want to do this little beauty and get see how she goes. It's interesting though. Using his decompression valve, his AV mounts and all that stuff. So yeah, I'll make sure it's going to run good. Because I look after woodman. He lets me cut his timber. All right, on to it, Kev. All right, Reg. Normally I like cleaner than this, but it's as clean as I can do in a quick mad rush to get this done. Because the working saw, I can't clean everything. And I haven't got all the parts, so anyway, I've got the piston on there, so 50mm piston, the base, the jug and all that's clean, to make sure it keeps clean. So I'm going to bolt this back down and find what the timing numbers are on this thing and approach it the way I want it. I'll bolt it down, find what the squish is. If the squish is acceptable, I'll keep going, but that's next. You remember a word and you couldn't remember the word before, cinched. So cinched the bolts down, or nipped in our word in Australia, nipped them all up just a bit tight, nothing hugely tight. Doing the squish. The squish is that. Hopefully you guys can get a bit of view. What's your soles should look like? That's nearly 98 thou style, it's pretty thick stuff. So it's 30 thou squish, not huge, not super tight, but the port in this cylinder up here, the combustion chamber is nice. It's been machined nicely. So we'll leave it as that. As soon as I add a bit of glue to the base, be a bit more, so roughly 30 thou. So I'm happy with that. So I'll move on to now work out what the timing numbers are on the actual cylinder itself. Get the degree wheel on. The degree wheel, the truth wheel. I've got my degree wheel zeroed in, so I'm going to see what the timing numbers are. Standard, no base gasket. Lift it all down. I've got it right down too, so I'll do the intake first. So you guys can see with me. I haven't checked it yet. Torch. Work out what this is before I decide to start pouring it. Now, it's going down. This is starting to come up. I was cracking there. Alright, 72. Okay, well, it's reasonable. I'd say to see about 76. So yeah, I'd do 76 more. 72, so I'll write the 72 down. Intake. Now, what's the exhaust? As I said before, exhaust is up to your interpretation. All this numbers game is just a guide. It really is just a guide. If you've got oval shaped holes open up differently to other holes. To me, that's where I want to be. Just starting to bleed light. We're 100 and what's that? 100 what? 102, so that's alright, 102. Transfers a bit different, 102. Why do they make lights that have to be 3 or 4 flashes to turn the bar stop? Look at that crap I do. On one and on off. Not low, not that. Pain in the ass. No, the switch is brown where. Now transfers, can I work that out? Can I see them? Probably not. They're all different anyway. Try and have a look for this password for you. About there somewhere. Yeah, 125 would be. Usually sit 125. I see it popping open there, so that's the last part there. That's covered up. I'd say 125 for those transfers. Alright, 30,000 for a squish. So now I know where I'm going. I'll drop one ring down on the intake. 125. One ring down the intake and pull that off the intake. So I'll show you. I'll pull all apart and I'll show you. Same as last time. Really, basically. Alright guys, I'll get it apart. Okay, just pull the saw back apart. Now, before you do this, make sure you give the cylinder a bit of a clean, so a carburetor cleaner. I ran out of brake cleaner, spray cleaner. Just brake cleaner. I sprayed it out, give it a good wipe. Make sure you've got a clean clean surface. You guys should clean anyway before you put them together. Make sure there's nothing in there, no metal crap either. If you're not porting, it still have shit. So just give it a good wipe. Get it all out, metal, plastic, rust retardant, any sealant from factory. Right, let it dry, apply one ring. If you want to go 2, you can, but one's well underneath this build. On this saw to be a reliable saw, hard working saw, not hard river, a hard worker. A different source. We just stapled up normally the heat seal. That's one ring out. Make it a quick white too. Highway, wow. A high HY written on the ring, that's alright. I'll go to the next build. Right, piston, where's the piston? So I got this piston. Put your ring in a place where it's not going to get caught on your ports. So, I don't know if you guys can see. Find a groove there. Lights. This part here where it's not going to interfere if I get stuck. Doesn't have to go down too far with intakes though. You want the exhaust, you want to do exhaust. It's a good practice. Now, the go of this is to push your piston down until you can just feel the ring. The piston squares back up. Get the thing right. One towards exhaust. Right, that's going in. Not too fast, so it takes a bit of time, but you get dead right. Have a look. Best way of feeling it with your finger. So I want one ring down. I'll show you that. One ring down on the exhaust tape. I'm level with the exhaust, the intake floor. So put that there and get a magic marker and wipe that. Put a mark with your magic marker on that. So I'll do that. We were. Just make sure I'm right. Don't rush these things, guys. Rush things, just stuff them up. I think I might need to go a bit more further down. I think, as we looked before. Oh, there you go. That is, oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. I moved a bit with my finger, but that's fine. It's not going to be the whole thing, but it doesn't matter. Then now that's perfect. So I get your magic marker, mark that. That's where I know where to grind to, and don't remove the line. Leave the line there. It's a good guide, and it should be close to about 78, 77, something like that, I hope. It's different, every saw is different. These are a longer stroke con rod, connecting rod. So it can change very, very quickly. But right, we'll let it dry and I'll get back to you. I'll start pouring. That's dry by now, it should be in a few minutes. I'll pull it out and show what it looks like. Carefully, don't snap your rings. Try and grab them with the joining part is here with your fingers so it doesn't break. They can break quite easily. Now I'll show it to end up like. So you want to go for it. Have some fun. So you see it squared up. I'm gonna do that. Torch, light, action. So that will give me a bit more timing, but it'll make it the piston open and shut real quick. So clunk bang. If you want, you can go a bit wider. But removing all that meat out of the corners here. The corners down here and here will add more to it. I might tonsil the thing or line, what they call, but I'll throw the piston in and see what goes on with that. Put the piston in, bottom dead center. Face the arrow to the exhaust. Yep, so I can. I'll show you that. I'll mark that piston where it sits. So that shows you where you can grind to. You go over the edge of the piston so you know not to go too far. Hang on, let's make marking this so I can see how to do it. Right, that should be enough. Lid. So I'll pull the piston out. So piston sitting like that. Make sure you put your piston where it should go up and down. Don't turn it sideways like that. You don't want that. You want where it should sit normally. Pull it out. So that shows you top dead center. So if that's top dead center, you know how far you can grind back up and give it more air and feel the top part. But make sure it's nowhere near the locating pins on your piston. So look where they are. If you're close to them, don't do it. Every saw is different, but this one here, that's the top one, and the bottom one is at the front. So they're different again. So, alright guys, so I'll pull this thing out. The exhaust, I'm not going to go too much higher. I'm going to just clean that exhaust up, go a tiny bit wider. That's all I want on that thing. The upper transfers, I'm going to just clean them up best I can with a diamond wheel and just get in there and try and get any crap out of them little lumps and bumps. If you can see that. Both sides, just clean them up. And the lowers here, where the magic happens, I'm going to needle point these parts here with my fingers, so it's just sharp as the air comes in. With the piston, when the piston's bottom dead center, I don't remove this part at all because the plunge is here, and I showed it before. But needle point this, and also needle point that bridge in here. I needle point so there's more air goes to the bigger one here, so that adds more. And apart from that, I might clean up inside the ports. There you guys can see there's lumps and bumps down there. It's not too bad though. I'll clean it up, and it's a quick port job. But gotta make sure the intake boot is lined up with the rubber. Make sure that's a real important. Make sure it's port matched and it's good. And we'll go from that. And then see how the numbers work out. But just clean up basically. So you see exhaust on that one. Bit to rinse it, but be quick, done quickly too. Yeah, very quickly. Alright, I'll get this on. Pull this, and the saw's nowhere near where I'm working, so got paper towel over the saw. Like you might think it's a bit dirty, but don't want it cracking into the motor itself. Right guys, it's done. Update on the porting. It worked out good. I'll show you what half is, half's not. Half's done, half's not done, I should say. There's my water to cool a bit off, I have to. Do that. Now, I've only roughened the exhaust. So you look at the exhaust, I've raised the roof of the exhaust just a tiny bit to make it arch. So that's why numbers are a waste of time, because it might open up a certain number, but it's not going to be the same as mine because the arch you can't match that not easily. So that's always roughed in. So I'll get some paper, sandpaper, 80 grit, probably 400 and 1200 something like that, and clean it all up. Now the lower transfers like that. So I've needle point that edge around here. I'll get closer. Needle point all the edges there, so I have to clean up the diamond wheel, gone right down inside the chamber itself. Torch. Right, there you go. So it's gone right down. I'll clean up all the imperfections inside the castings. But I've got more airflow going this way. The needle point, the plunger will come down and pressure all the pressure down the side. Then come cascading down, and it hasn't been removed. Now, that's what the facade used to look like, a big bulge. Most of the pressure will be on the front and back of the cylinder. The side pressure won't be much. And it's still all fat and reinforced through here, so there won't be any weaker at all. So the main reason I like doing it, you cut it out. Also, it makes it hard for you to put your ring on there. So it's another issue, but it's not too bad. But you can see the casting. This one here, see that lump there? Get my head right. My face been a lot. There you go. That's bigger. There you go. Smaller. It's getting hot. Right, where are we? There you go. So you see the lumps and bumps. You're basically going in there to clean it out. That's all this. What you're doing is trying to make it clean the airflow. There's a lump that's there. Try and make it so you guys can see. It's hard to do when you're grinding. It's very hard to see what you're doing yourself in your hand and that in the road. There's a lump in the back of that there. Just that lump there. Casting marks. So if you look down this part they left here, if the air goes over that, it comes flying over, there goes the lump, then starts to spin. It causes eddy, so sorry about that. So that's what it was before. Plenty of light down there, lumps and bumps. There's a lump down that one there. So I've cleaned up best I can. You just look at that one I've cleaned up. Just got to run a diamond wheel over it. It's cleaned up quite a lot. I've got rid of all lumps and bumps. Just made a bit more airflow. And down the bottom where the castings were bad, the upper transfers, I've cleaned up with a diamond bit. So one of these little round bits, right down there, reached right down there. Just ran it on the ground on top of those lumps until they come off. So that's pretty easy to do. So I've cleaned that up. The intake, so the intake's that now. And you can see where it was, the piston. So I haven't gone past my lines. I lunged it. I put trenches in the other side of the cylinder, so I do a trench either side like that. It's a groove. Clean it up. I've had to clean up around the intake boot. More about say 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. I'd take more for that, chamfer it more, because when you look down inside the boot, where's my boot? Wait, boot somewhere. Oh, where have I put the thing? Oh, it is. When you look down inside your boot, you remember your boot will have a clamp. So take into effect, you know that when you clamp down your boot will move again. So I was there putting it on. I'll put it on, I suppose. Not hard. Right, put your boot on. Walk down that. There's nothing, no bits of metal sticking up. White camera and everything else on the road. So before there was metal, so there's a lip, a step. So once they go clunk like that, squeeze it, there'll be no lips or steps or imperfections. So I'm happy with that. So now we'll close it fly. But yeah, that's basically all we have to do now. If we go around, finish this side here off, pull all that out, chamfer everything, diamond wheel, and just put it back together. Now I have to go to the road now and get some wet and dry paper and see how she goes and clean it all up. Alright guys, we'll move to that. Getting towards the end of it now, so I still have the marks on the cylinder where I want my timing to be. I cleaned out the lower transfers, so they're nice now, a little bit wider. I like to trench down these parts here, both sides. I opened it up just a bit in the top here, because you're better to have these bigger than smaller than your lower transfer on your actual saw base itself. Because if it opens up from small to big, it can go through no hassles. If you make it smaller, you have steps, so get rid of your steps. So I've done the uppers, I've cleaned them out best I can with the diamond bit, that bit there. So I've got rid of all the dags, and I'll go down at the bottom of this transfer and bring the ball up. I'll show you. Easiest show trying to talk. Go down the bottom, clean on, and pull back up on the bottom edge. So I got the dags underneath the hidden, so you can't see them, but I got rid of that. So that's the exhaust. So pretty rough as guts. I thought I'd show you that, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Right, where's it like? Right there. Rough as guts. And I'll polish it all up. I won't spend too much time, but a little bit, I'll say 20 minutes and it'll be nice. But yeah, just raise the roof just a bit. And I put it all on the saw and see what the numbers are when I finish. But numbers are nothing really. I call it the sportsman port job. Next one after this is hardwood port job. But the sportsman one is just as good. But yeah, you got everything balanced best you can. Right, get it done. Wet and dry, 80 grit. The hard stuff. I'll start with that first. Split pin. Come on, yeah. I'll put that into my split pin and polish the exhaust with that. Start at 80. Well, that's one strip of sandpaper used. Width of that rule, I suppose, shreddage. So I won't do one more, but I'm up to that stage. So basically it levels out any issues or any holes and just makes it look clean, so that you should be up to this stage if you want to do this. But it's not perfect, and nowhere near will be perfect. But now the next step, do the same again, but a bit wider. I'll show you why. Because I haven't got a very big cotter pin, split pin, cotter pin, what do they call it? Where do you come from? I'll scrap it next piece. Lift the next piece off. A bit wider. Now let me get further into the cylinder. Now I'll just pause you, show you. Rip it in half, so you got two pieces like that. And because my cotter pin or split pin's a very short one, I have to take a piece off it. So take a corner of it like that. Not much. And then I can fit this further onto the split pin. Like that. Push it further in. So I can bite in the jaws. Like that. So when it rolls up like that, I'll hide the split pin. Put it in like that. I'll go back over everything inside the port, and we'll really get into it now because it's almost flat. And because it's almost flat, it get a little dusty, and this stuff is no good for you guys. You don't want to get in line with this crap. It's bad stuff. But I had no problem. I fly it, I don't care. They caused Alzheimer's issues. There you guys know that. So I'm going to use that. A little bit of water inside the port on the paper, just give it a squirt, wet her up, and I'll strip more out of the port. Then I'll probably go to 400, 800, and 1200 and finish it off. I'll show you. So you can see I haven't used the whole lot of 80, so that's the leftover piece from before, the white bit. There's the other part that was on there. I didn't think it was needed, so I stopped. So you don't have to keep going. Just look what your port looks like. I'll show you now, roughly. Better light. So it's cleaned up pretty much. Level it up. So you start to see the arch now. Let's take any bumps out that you don't want in there, just sort of smooth it up. Especially the roof there. So I'm going to do the same now on a 400. So I'll rip 400 off the same width as that. A bit wider, take the corner off it like usual, and just go in there and buff it like crazy. I'll show you next. That's a 400. So 400 looks like this. A bit more smoother now. Come on, tight. A bit more smoother. Starting to get flatter. See, don't brush it. Yeah, it's pretty quick actually. I use that one piece of paper off the corner. One piece like that. Now you don't get berserk. Now I'll move on to the next bit. And if you're not happy at this point, if you look in there and see too many lumps and bumps and stuff, go back to 80 and start all over again. And that way you get, if there's a big hole, you'll see the hole, and the agent will grind that hole back to flat. That's why I don't call it polish, I call it just flattening. But you can polish too, but anyway. I'll move on to now 800. Getting close now to the end of this, so I'm moving on to 1200. I need that piece there usually, just one bit. Because now I'm refining to a point where it's so flat. Doesn't take much to make it shiny. It's just dirty now. You see how it flattens it all out? Dirt and crap it. Try and clean my fingers. You're starting to get a bit of a shine to it. But I'm more interested in making sure no dips or potholes. Because you don't want stuff like that. Clean it all out. And finish it, wash it in water. Yeah, now 1200. And 1200 will throw out a lot of real fine dust as it cuts. But it's worth it to do it. But you don't really need to do this far. But you know, I'm finding it relaxing for myself. So I'll do this now and show you the end result washed up and cleaned up. I was wondering, can I film this? I'm not quite sure, but I'll have a go. You see how I do it? It goes in like that. I can't see myself. Give it a good buff light. All the way around like that. Even pressure. Try and get it flat. At 1200. Looking pretty shiny. Now I'll do the shampoo bit with diamond tip. When I finish doing that, the diamond tip the cut the poor parts and wash her up. Okay, all cleaned up. So that's the exhaust port, pretty well clean. I probably spent 40 minutes I suppose all up in this thing cleaning and polishing that. That includes washing it. So 40 minutes not too bad. I'll probably do it quicker if I was in a rush, but it took me time. That's nice and clean. Just polished up a bit. It changes the colour once it goes in water, so I buffed it with this tool here, give a bit more like buff. That buff is almost worn out. So yeah, I've gone through over all the sharp bits everywhere that feels funny, it just buffed and buffed so it's all clean. Nothing sharp. I buffed over the upper transfers, lowers, everywhere, the intake, so nothing sharp, everything's nice and smooth. So that's what you should have when you finish. So that's the line I'm putting there. I haven't gone no further. I don't know the timing marks on that, but I'll put this on the saw, then put the degree wheel on it and see what it is. But the exhaust, I raised the roof just a bit. See now you can see it's arched. See, that'll help with the higher revs, but also help with holding that ring in the piston. Yeah, that's what you have to do, guys. It's pretty simple. Have a go. Play. Have a play. So I'm going to put this on the saw now, and I'll do the degree wheel after it's done. Right, the main part of the motor's back together. So now I'm going to work out what the timing numbers were on this saw with this one ring. I haven't looked yet, so set you up. I made sure the wheels zeroed in, so it'll be accurate. Right. Turn it up the way it should go, the most normal turns. Pistons come back up. Up there you go. Cracking there. 75. Get the light back should be. Just there. Yeah, 75. Yeah, I'd say 76. To 76 degrees. Just cracking. 76 there. Yep, she's cracking just there. So I'll write that down, 76. Not too bad. There's a book. I wonder what the exhaust is now. As I said before, pointless numbers. It's a game for a person watching themselves. So you can see what you're doing. So I was 72, now it's 76. So increase of 40 degrees. Not much, but a little bit. It goes a long way. Considering I'm wider on the port, so does that mean I could have gone longer numbers if I didn't get so wide? So as I said, a sportsman exhaust. A sportsman port. So now I'll do the exhaust. See what that reads out. Putting the motor over the same way, it's going down now. 5 and second. Popping over now. There's your torch. There you go. About ½ inch wide light bleeding through. So 100. Is it 100? Yeah, did it on 100 looks like. So that means I've aimed at 2 degrees on the timing, which will make a big difference. Single ring piston, oh god, I hate it. Used to love it, now I hate it. So that makes a big difference there, 100. So she's still up here torque, but still rev. Then you want to rev up with torque. Yeah, we're 102, now we're 100, so that's alright. The transfers are 135, that hasn't changed at all. If anything, it might attack because I cleaned it out, what we're talking about. Squished is 30,000, probably gone 32,000 because I put the glue in there, but she's ready to go back together. So only thing I'm going to do now is modify the intake to have a plastic band in the back. I'll do a metal one, but yeah, that's it for that. I'll put it back together. So I won't film that, but yeah, I'll put a metal band to one of those aluminium ones, not plastic, because they last better. Alright guys, next time you see it, it'll be all back together. I'll do a carby kit now. So she's back together, all bells and whistles. Now it's got a high top cover. That's what you want, so more less dust than that go for the motor. New air filter, same factory carby. I'm not sure if it will be the same, but it's a 365 special carby. New carby kit, new spark plug, NGK spark plug, factory choke, factory on-off button, factory oil pump, all that size factory. Had to put a new screw up there. Have a big job of this thing tomorrow, hopefully I can do it. I already moved the bolt down here. I got a bit of copper tube up there. Have to MIG weld a bit of wire that snapped off bolt. Snapped off stud there or bolt for the dog. It's got the whistler muffler. So I've improved it by opening it up a bit. So it's an adjustable muffler. I don't know if anyone's ever done an adjustable muffler, but you actually open them up just a bit. All been locked tight so it can't come off. Got the factory bull starter. It's got a Nitec cylinder, a medial piston. Yeah, it should be good. Now I'll show you the compression this thing's got. Now I had to go this way with the Nitec cover, the Husqvarna cover. Almost fitted this with that cover, but this cover doesn't quite fit. It's a bit too long for this stuff here. I couldn't get it to click down here and click down there. If I put it down here, the top will pop up. If I put the top down here, the bottom will pop up. So I had to go out there. So just one of those things. I didn't know that. It just doesn't quite fit. But you know, the price you're paying, you can't expect them all to be perfect. But the fit and finish of this plastic's pretty good stuff. So I'll put the cover back on. I'll show you the compression. It's 30,000, right, roughly 30,000. That's not too bad. There's another one blow thing up quickly. It all clicks in nice. All nice finish, nice fit, see, like that. So hopefully you can see me. I'll leave the bench there. So decon valve out, got that turned off. Hope. Might put it in these so you guys can see it away from the table. Yeah, but I'm happy with it. Really, one ring, it's good. They call it 371, I think it is. Do that again, Reg. So listen to the compression. It won't start up, but it's good compression. No decon valve on. So that's what it is. They're actually healthy. It's hardly got any oil in there, so it's not buying up too much oil. It's just good compression, good ring, good piston. The piston itself, I was surprised how well the medial piston fits this nice and tight. It's not tight, but it drops. It has better the clearance in the medial piston than the actual Nitec piston. So yeah, it's different because Nitec piston's not made of the same stuff. The medial piston's a lot more hard stuff. Yeah, guys, I got that done today. The guy who owns this will be very happy, and she will perform really good. And I'll do some videos to show you how she goes. Yeah, look at the muffler. That was weird, really weird idea I had. But I want to do a horizontal one, so a bigger this pipe, the size pipe there. So there. That size pipe at the bottom. There's one of those pipes like that at the bottom, and a bigger pipe up top. So horizontally, so the air will wrap around and come out away from your face. That's the plan for one of these one day, to get rid of the exit altogether and just do that. Alright guys, thank you for watching, listen to my moan. This is a big project for today. But yeah, sportsman, put a sportsman port, one ring. Right, hopefully that. And I didn't do a full clean job because, well, it's a work tool, it has to get going again. But when I've got this, my parts coming in, I'll be replacing the crankshaft seals. I'll leave the bearings alone until she starts playing up. If as soon as she starts playing up, I'll split the case and do the bearings and seals again. But anyway, I have to wait for parts coming from China. Alright, over and out guys.